Peace and pugilism. Fight Fanatics is Myron Magnus. And another segment of Boxing Logics United. Shout out to Kurt DeVille, who did a video earlier where he stated, I am clearly the best heavyweight in the world. And I thought that was a very, very interesting topic that I would like to chime into. Then I looked it up myself and said, oh, he did, huh? Yes, he did. And what I want you all to help see and understand is that Deontay Wilder, who is one of the most devastating punchers in boxing history, makes it appear that Fury is clearly the best heavyweight in the world. Let me repeat. Deontay Wilder makes it appear that Fury is the best, clearly the best heavyweight in the world, due to the huge difference in skill and experience. Right? Because we all say that Deontay Wilder is what? Not the most skilled heavyweight out there. By far. He lacked fundamentals, basics, right? One-hitter quitter. Well, wouldn't an opponent like that versus somebody who's been boxing since 10, who got almost all the punches, but don't have the physique, wouldn't a fighter like Deontay Wilder make him look good, even if it wasn't Tyson Fury? But a fighter with Tyson Fury's skill and experience level, of course it would. But if you put Tyson Fury in the ring with Alexander Usyk, somebody who has almost equal skill level, would Tyson clearly look like the better boxer in that ring? No, he wouldn't. He would look bigger, without a doubt. But would he look clearly the best? No. Because he's fighting somebody with equal skill level, or close to having equal skill level to him. See, the matchmaking things can make a fighter look great. And Fury done beat Wilder 3 times. Salute to him. You know? But before that, it was Otto Wallin. He was bleeding all over the place, right? Yep. It was Otto Wallin. Gave Fury a humongous damn cut down his face. It almost sent the rematch going up Schitt's Creek. But he was valiant, fought on, and pulled that fight out. And that's all you can expect from a potential great. So, the thing here is, Fury is undefeated. Usyk's undefeated too, but he's only had 3 heavyweight fights. So we didn't want to count that. Joshua, 2 loss. Dylan White, 2 loss. Ruiz, 2 loss. And Joe Joyce, what? No loss? Okay? The thing is, using Dylan White and Anthony Joshua in particular, because I believe these are the 2 fighters with the least amount of time as far as years in the game. And they have the most loss, or at least tied with the most loss with, say, Ruiz and a couple of others. These 2 guys, Dylan White and Anthony Joshua, although they have 2 losses, they're closing the distance between themselves, Fury, Usyk, and the others due to those losses. Those losses are giving them a tremendous amount of experience now, firsthand. And that'll be experience they need since they started the game late. in their late teens, 18, 19. Okay? So they have some ground to cover when it comes as far as the experience. Whereas Joshua has already made a hell of a mark, 2-time unified champion of the world. You know what I'm saying? With what, 24, 25 fights in that time. Yes, he has 2 losses, and it was the 2 of his last 3 opponents, but he's already put his name in the record books. And let's not forget, Andy Ruiz made history too by becoming the first Mexican unified champion, heavyweight champion of all time. All time. Before Joshua got them back in the rematch. Almost forgot. Dillian Whyte, on the other hand, has not won a title yet, but he's up for it with Tyson Fury. And so we will see. And again, your losses can make you great. Now, Deontay Wilder done took 2 losses, and those was kind of hard losses. That was a tough fought, gritty fight. And those shots to the ear, we'll have to wait and see what type of effect he'll have after that. Hopefully tighten up his defense to protect that and his head movement. Because since we know that is some training that's being taught in that Crunk gym, right? Exactly. So, but still, Wilder was able to make history. Heavyweight champion, 5 years, 10 straight title defenses before the laws came about. He's in history. Highest knockout percentage ratio. What has Fury done yet to make history? He's only got 1 title defense. So is he clearly, when the record books are written out, will it look at him or state him as clearly the best heavyweight of this era? We don't know. The 2 biggest names on this list is Wilder and Klitschko. To be honest, he fought Chisora, what, 3 times? Nobody knows anybody else. So, or the history books is not going to remember anybody else. You know what I mean? So, Fury might say clearly, I am the best heavyweight right now, but I believe the books are going to say otherwise. So he still has a lot of work to do, to be honest with you. And while he contemplates whether he going to get that work done, like Joshua always says, you better get me now because I'm only getting better. And those losses is helping him cover that time difference that he don't have with the other peers in the division in a fast amount of time. Dillian Whyte's loss to Povetkin taught him quite a bit. His loss to Joshua taught him quite a bit. His close losses taught him quite a bit. So it's covering that distance between him. So let's wait and see. Once it all said and done and the smoke clears, if Fury will be clearly the best heavyweight of this era. Because only time will tell. This is Myron Magnus in another segment of Boxing Logics United. Peace and pugilism.